Arena here in Wembley on Sky Sports and NBC's Peacock. And today is the press conference, which will be followed by the first ever live episode of The Gloves Are Off, hosted by Johnny Nelson. I would like to welcome the people joining us on stage, but first I would like to thank our headline partner, Bet365, and our official partners, Everlast, Wow Hydrate, Integritas Property Group, Hype Energy UK, and IFX Payments. And now to introduce first the host of our press conference from Sky Sports, Mr. Andy Scott, who is joined by the CEO and founder of Boxer, Mr. Ben Shalom. And joining them two on stage are two of our fighters featured this Saturday. First, from Seven Oaks, the undefeated Francesca Hennessy, and the heavyweight from Tottenham, Jamie TKV. Andy, Ben, the floor is yours.
Big Mo, thanks very much. Yeah, we'll be really delighted to be back here in Wembley. Of course, this massive top-of-the-bill contest between Joshua Buatsi and Dan Azeez. More on that later because there is a packed undercard to come before then. Ben Shalom, just quickly, all of the lights are on the main event, but there's plenty of opportunity for these fighters on the undercard.
I think it's our best card to date. The amount of talent on February the 3rd on Saturday night is incredible. Obviously, Jamie TKV will feel that maybe he had a blip last time against Igor Macedo, almost a bit of a stitch up with a late opponent and didn't perform the way he wanted, but jumped straight back in with Dovchenko, who dismantled Matty Harris last time. Fran Hennessy, who's been electric since she started. Unbelievable. I think that debut was one of the best debuts I've ever seen, and she's lighting up women's boxing. And then of course Caroline Dubois, Ben Whittaker and Adam Azim, very, very special fighters, future headliners, possibly future pay-per-view stars. To have that all on one card is pretty special.
Yeah, you set it up perfectly. Fran, I'll come to you first if you don't mind. Great to see you again, always smiling. 2-0, two brilliant ring walks, two dancing ring walks and two dazzling performances. What do you want to show us on Saturday night?
Well, the ring walk sorted, don't worry. Today, what I'm doing, the ring walk, the personality, the fighting, it's all just me, it's all natural, so it's not put on or anything, and that's what I like to do. I'm an entertainer, so.
May I ask you one thing about the dance moves? Where does that come from? You know, he's in the room, surely that doesn't come from Dad Mick? Or
it comes from Twinkle Toes Mick. He has got Twinkle Toes himself. I learnt all the dance moves from him at the family parties, you know, getting me in the middle, moving and grooving, so yeah, that's where it comes from.
Right, I'm going to take some convincing. Listen, all the best on Saturday night. Let's hope you go 3-0. Jamie TKV, great to see you back. Straight back in relatively at the deep end. You know, I said it to you yesterday and I don't mind saying it again. All those stories about the nightmares you're giving some of the top heavyweights in the world in sparring and people, you know, saying, look, you've got to keep an eye on this guy. That wasn't the Jamie TKV that we saw at York Hall. What went wrong, and are you convinced that you and Barry Smith and the guys have put things right?
Yeah, we definitely put things right. I mean, that mistake that I made throughout that week that showed on fight night will not happen again. And we worked on things and we worked on different things that we can put to show on Saturday. But yeah, you'll see a better Jamie TKV and a great performance in general.
Ben spoke about the matchmaking there, but it is worth saying, do you feel that had you boxed to your potential, you would have beaten Igor Macedo?
100%. And I do want to get that back in blood, for sure.
And obviously your opponent, Dovchenko, he's come here, he's ripped up the script already against Matty Harris and took Moses Atuma the distance as well. What sort of fight are you expecting, and what have you got to do to get back on the wagon, so to speak?
I just have to stick to my boxing. All the game plans that we worked on in the gym with Ben Davison and Barry Smith, I just got to stick to my boxing. And if I stick to my boxing, I'm going to get the results that I want. I'm not going in there expecting to take him out in the first round because I know he's durable. A lot of big punches have struggled to take him out, so I know he's durable. So I just got to stick to my boxing, and what happens, happens, you know. But if I stick to what I do, I'm going to get the result that I want.
Wish you all the best of luck. That's it for our first group. Guys, you can put the microphones on the floor and make your way off to our left. Big Mo, take it away. Let's welcome back up welcome up for the first time our second group.
And now I want to welcome up our next pair joining Ben and Andy on stage. They're competing for the IBO World Championship on Saturday night. First, I want to welcome the challenger from Houston, Texas, USA. Please welcome La Alacrana, Miranda Reyes. And her opponent, she is the defending champion from London. Please welcome Sweet Caroline Dubois.
Ben, I'll come to you straight away. High hopes for Caroline. She has been the shining light in the female stable alongside the other champions that you've got, and she's making waves. But it's imperative that if she is going to get to the promised land of one of the big 4 world titles, she has to keep winning. Just talk us through this fight and what are you expecting?
Yes, she has to keep winning, but she has to stay active as well. I think part of Caroline's success is she loves fighting. She loves being in the ring. She's eager to get in the ring all the time, and that's why she's flown. I mean, to be doing this at 23 years old in the female sport is unprecedented. For me, the future of the sport, I really believe that. And luckily, we've got a fantastic opponent in Miranda Reyes, another young female star, 22 years old, beaten former world champions as well. It's a great step up. It's a great fight. It's a great chance for Caroline to see where she's really at and to fight someone that's going to be very game, possibly very durable, and someone that's going to come and win. And yeah, a great fight, and obviously, hopefully the start of an unbelievable year.
Let me bring in Miranda Reyes first off. Welcome to the UK, to you and your team as well, who I know includes Marco Antonio Rubio. Great to see him there. And you come with a confident team and a game plan. What do you have to do to beat Caroline Dubois? And really, what do you know about her? We're very hot on her over here in the UK. What do you know about her?
Well, I want to start off by saying I'm really thankful for Boxer and Sky Sports for making that call. And of course, I'm ready to put on a great show. And I'm really thankful for my whole team and my hometown, Houston, Texas. We're bringing it home, baby. And I know I'm going against a tough opponent, but I've had Marco Veneno Rubio in my camp, and I feel so confident. And of course, my ranking, I'm number 3 in the world. I believe I deserve to be here today, and I'm here to upset all odds.
Is it fair to say that this is the biggest platform that you've boxed on before? And if so, how do you feel that you're coping with that? The bright lights are on you. It's a great opportunity to showcase your skills as well.
Yes, well, of course, this is my first time being in a big showcase, but we're here to, do the job.
Perfect. Well, we wish you all the best of luck on Saturday. Let's bring in the IBO champ, Caroline Dubois. Caroline, great to see you. Always cut a very confident figure, but I feel like in the build-up to this one that there's been plenty of talk online, something that it's probably the first time you've had that, and is that a little bit more of a fire underneath you just to, I don't know, say a few things to a few critics?
No, definitely. First off, I want to thank Miranda for stepping in late notice. She came in really late notice and she stepped out. But I also want to say on that note, it's another thing preparing and saying I want to fight Caroline Dubois, and it's a totally another thing when you step in the ring with me and the intensity that I bring and the way that I fight. I fight and I fight with bad intentions, and that's all what's going to come on Saturday night. I've got a point to prove. I said leading up into this fight, I'm the number 1 in this division. And this fight is going to be a statement and a breakout that shows that I'm the best in this division.
Does that make you even more of a dangerous fighter? Shane McGuigan sets high standards and high ceilings in that gym, and Ben Shalom and Boxer are pushing you towards world titles very, very quickly. So the pressure almost shifts back on you to a little bit to make sure that you deliver. There can't be any slip-ups even at this stage.
I don't know. I don't feel the pressure. I just feel excited. I feel excited to step in the ring Saturday night. I feel excited to show my skills and prove I'm the best. And that's the only thing that, I guess the only pressure I have for myself is the one that I put on myself to prove that I am what I say I am. I say I'm the best, and that's the only pressure I put on myself.
Brilliant. Well, wish you both all the best of luck. That's all we have from this group. Big Mo, if you want to bring up our next group. And ladies, if you just leave the microphones on the floor. Thank you very much.
Moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring up our next guest, who really could have a press conference all on his own. I want to welcome to the stage the undefeated rising star from Darlaston. He is the Olympic silver. Ladies and gentlemen,
Ben Shalom, I mean, if you want to echo what you said about Caroline, you know, you're almost saying about Ben Whittaker here. In terms of prospects, in terms of where you think these fighters are going, it's fair to say that you've got high expectations for Ben Whittaker. Is that fair enough?
I think, understandably, I think this is the three biggest stars, the three biggest future stars of UK boxing on one show. I genuinely believe that in Adam, Ben and Caroline. Ben's the flashy man. He's the guy that we haven't managed to get active as much as we liked. You know, that's what's been frustrating. I think for him as well last year was very, very frustrating. People talk about he should be fighting at this level, he should be fighting this many times. It was frustrating. You know, he wanted to fight more than anyone. He fought in December. To be able to get him back out this quickly on February the 3rd shows we're onto something. He's going to be extremely active this year. He's going to be in the fights that the fans want to see. And he's going to dominate. He's going to dominate this division. He's going to dominate as a fighter. For me, he's the future pay-per-view star in this country, and he'll see that on Saturday night.
He's saying he wants you to dominate. He thinks you will dominate. Is that what you want from yourself? That, you know, every performance, all eyes are on you? I don't want to use the word pressure, you know, but we're putting pressure on you and you seem to be absorbing it at the moment.
Yeah, it's music to my ears. You know, since a young boy, this is the stage I want to be at. So I'm just like duck to water, man. I'm swimming good.
Yeah, you're a pretty good swimmer. Let me ask you about your opponent, Kelly Gradia. Renowned as a tough man, takes some stopping. You know, he's only been stopped twice in very good company. Not throwing shade on Dan Azeez, but he gave Dan Azeez good work. Do you want to go one better and join Zach Parker in stopping him? It took Zach 7, I think, and from headline writers, you know, we like to set these things for you. Can you go quicker than others have?
Well, you know, he's been in there with some good operators, but he hasn't been in there with a surgeon yet. So, you know, I'm going to put on an operation Saturday. I'm going to go in there, perform, break him down, and look good while doing it.
Talking about breaking down, how is the body holding up with back-to-back camps and Boxer almost taking the handbrake off now? They want you to go quicker, they want you to go more regular. How has your body responded to back-to-back camps?
Yeah, my business account is nothing but massages and ice therapy, so my body's feeling really good right now. I'm looking after myself like an athlete should, and Saturday you'll see what I do.
I think I put the question to you yesterday, I'll do it again today. We want you to come and do some commentary on the main event. I mean, that's either a master stroke by us or we won't be doing it again. But one of the things is you get up close and personal to the main event. They're in your weight division. I know you have tremendous respect for both guys, but at the same time, how far away in your mind, and it's a question I'll have for Ben Shalom as well, but in your mind, realistically, how far away are you from this? When you turned pro, you gave it the big speech that you wanted that level sooner rather than later. You know, are we at later rather than sooner now?
Well, firstly, if the guys can deal with my accent on TV, I'll definitely do well on the commentary. But talking about those two guys, I could beat them now. And it's not just me saying it, I know I can. I've got the skill, I've got the looks and everything else. But at the end of the day, it's about experience.
Just everything, just lack the confidence.
You know,
yeah.
Look at me on there. Look at that beautiful face right there, man. I should be right there. You know what I mean? But we'll get there eventually. But back to the boxing. It's all about experience. I've got a tough guy Saturday. Deal with him the way I should do, and then we're in the right step.
May I ask you about Gradia? People will ask why that opponent, and you spoke earlier in the week about what you're looking for from Ben Whittaker and why you've chosen that. Do you want to expand on that?
Look, we went to Italy with Dan Azeez in the summer, and we were looking for a tough, durable opponent. We got a hell of a fight, a serious fight. A lot of the big guys have been in with him and have struggled. He's durable, he's tough, he takes punches. He's exactly, for me, what Ben needs. He's been knocking away his opponent, one after the other. We'd like to see him get rounds. We'd like to see him have to work out an opponent and work out how to break down an opponent. And I agree with him. Talent-wise, he could fight anyone. But when you've got a star as big as Ben, there's a responsibility. There's a responsibility to make sure he gets the experience and make sure that when he gets to that top level, he's putting the hard yards and he's ready. Talent-wise, attention-wise, I've never seen anything like it, and it's just now about activity and getting right to the top.
And it's love it or hate it, you're going to watch it?
100%. Oh, Ben said it well, you know what I mean? I'm there already, but it's about baby steps, and I'll get there. And when I'm there to stay. But like I said, I'm 50-50. I'm like Marmite. You love it, you hate it. Buy your tickets for Saturday and come and watch me perform.
Lovely stuff. The surgeon, the Mayor of Wolverhampton, Ben Whittaker. Thank you very much. Big Mo.
Thank you, Ben Whittaker. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Ben. And now to bring up our chief support For this Saturday night's card live on Sky Sports and NBC's Peacock, it is for the European Super Lightweight Championship. First, I want to bring up the challenger from Denmark. He is the former champion. Please welcome the undefeated Enoch Poulsen. And now the champion, making his first championship defense. He is the youngest European champion in history. Please welcome Adam Azim. Andy, Ben, to you.
Yeah, make sure we don't lose that belt. Ben Shalom, I'm going to come to you first. The master stroke of you and your team mapping out Adam Azim in terms of his European journey has paid dividends already against Frank Petitjean, but he always knew, and you always knew, he would have a very tough fight against Enoch Poulsen. Now it's here, how are you feeling?
Look, every time it's when you're moving at the speed of Adam, you know, there are nerves from the team, because we know where he needs to get to and we know where he wants to get to. 10 fights to become European champion is unheard of. It's been the perfect story so far. Every time he's stepped up, he's fought some world-class opponents along the way as well, so he's extremely prepared for the big time. But this man has been waiting for this opportunity. He never lost this belt. He never lost this belt, and I remember seeing him in Wolverhampton. He said, "That's my belt. I'm coming to defend my belt." And I don't think we've ever had an opponent that's been able to prepare for Adam Azim the way this guy has. He's known about this fight for a very long time. I know his promoter. I know they're coming to cause an upset, and I know they're coming to create a star for themselves in Enoch Poulsen. So it's great to have him here. It's a fantastic test for Adam, a really big test, and he'll be looking to put on another statement.
Enoch, what are your emotions at the moment? You've broken your body down and built it back up. You've been away to Cuba and honed your skills with some of the top amateurs in the world. Just how confident are you that you'll be beating that man on Saturday?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for this big opportunity because for me, I've been in the sport of boxing since I was 10 years old, you know, and I want to be on this stage, you know. And of course, I'm ready for Saturday because I just trained so fucking hard, you know. So now I'm ready, and it's gonna be a tough fight for Adam. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, beautifully put. What about in terms of motivating factors? You didn't lose that belt in the ring. You were very clear on that, and you felt that Adam's just keeping it warm for you. But at the same time, you paid him compliment and said, you know, he's obviously a very good fighter. You're going to have to beat a very good fighter to get your belt back.
Yeah, of course. We are all humans in the last thing, you know. So of course, I respect my opponents every time. It's like, you know, it's a life. We have a life. We have to do whatever we like to do. And of course, it's a tough fighter, but I need the belt back to Denmark. You know, I need to make some history.
What about boxing in Denmark? We've welcomed some brilliant fighters from Denmark over here in the past, the likes of Mikkel Kessler, for example. We know that boxing's big over there, but like you say, there's a lot of bright lights shining on you, a little bit extra pressure. Is that pressure that you welcome? You know, you've got your stage now. Yeah. You just need to perform.
Yeah, exactly. I like the pressure, you know, because right now maybe I'm the best Danish boxer right now, so I have to take this opportunity and to just, like, get the belt back and show that I need to be here, you know.
You won't tell us too much about how you're going to do it, but can you just give us an insight into what sort of fight you think you're going to have with Adam on Saturday?
It's hard to say, you know, because I'm a boxer, but I'm also a fighter, so we'll see on Saturday what happens, you know.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Of course.
There is a language barrier there. I think maybe one or two words slipped out, but I'll apologise for your behalf, don't worry. Adam, great to see you. Carrying yourself as a champion now. You got that belt, worked hard to get hold of it. How desperate are you to keep hold of it on Saturday and not to relinquish it in your first defence?
Firstly, you know, winning the EB title was a big, massive thing for me. But for me, I'm going to keep it hold. He ain't taking it home. I'm keeping it. So he can do whatever it takes, you know, to go Cuba, to sparring. But when you face me, it's a different story. So do you know what I mean? I've got my sparring partner, Michael, down here somewhere. He's been sparring me. He's been getting me ready. And, yeah, it's been working out good.
I'm rolling it across the box for you to tap it in, but are you saying that there's only one Adam Azim? You can't prepare for what you're bringing on Saturday?
There's only one Adam Azim. I'm too fast for him, too powerful, I'm too skillful. He said he's going to box me, but that's the worst thing. If you're going to box me, it ain't good because I'm a dangerous boxer myself.
If he comes to fight you, Then what?
ready to fight as well. So either way, but good luck to him. He has to be confident. Every fighter should be confident for beating each other. But the belt's staying home with me.
You've made no secret at just 21. You and your dad, Shay McGuigan, Ben Shalom, everybody's been banging on the doors at Sky saying, look, we want to go quickly. We believe that we can get to the very top and we can get there quickly as well. Are you still confident on your journey that it leads to world titles sooner rather than later?
Do you know what? The process right now is going really, really well. I've got a duty to do on Saturday night, and that my duty is obviously to beat him. And then after that, we'll be looking at, my ambitions to become the youngest world champion. But before going up to that stage, I want to be ready. I'm not ready yet, but I'll be ready soon.
Enoch's not here to cause any upset in your mind?
My mindset's always been strong. No one's going to cause an upset with me because this belt's staying here and I'm never going to lose. You told me that.
Brilliant. Well, thank you both. Spoke really well there. Big Mo, let's bring up our next group. Gentlemen, thank you very much. You can just leave the microphones on the floor. Thanks very much.
That concludes the undercard portion of this press conference. We're going to head to some head-to-heads, and then followed by the reason why a lot of you are here today, the first ever live episode of The Gloves Are Off. So we'll be back soon. Thank you.